What it really is what would happen if you made a great superhero game and you started with it as a game instead of as a comic book or something else. It's our experiment to say, how do we approach the superhero genre a little differently? Which is, we don't want to start with an established IP that's linear. We want to design his powers and the characters and the environment and everything around what would make a great interactive superhero game. Yeah, so one of the things that I think is really interesting to explore in exactly the space we just talked about, where there's not a script for Spider-Man must defeat Octavio, and there's not a script, and so we're allowed to ask the question of if you really got superpowers, what would you do? And we're allowed to kind of give the player that choice. Are you going to go around and just blow up pedestrians with them, or are you going to go around and try and clean up the neighborhood and be a good guy? I think that's a really interesting question, and it's a question that deserves to be played. There's a lot of shared DNA in this space, and I think we're channeling that. I think artistically, during the development of the game, the Batman Begins movies, the most recent Batman Begins and The Dark Knight, and I think those really resonated with the direction we were taking our properties, so that was it was reinforcement for us. The other thing I would say is that the DMZ series of comic books, we really thought aesthetically, they kind of hit that gritty but still not crazy version of the world that we liked. Kind of a post-blast, post-disaster scenario, which is a little bit what you play in this game. So those are the books we looked at. There are, although it's not, it's really, I hate to say it to sound sort of obnoxious, it's really not the point that there are different endings. The point to us of being good or evil is that it flavors the entire game. Your powers, if you're evil, have a much different feel than if you're good. So those same powers, the ones that allow you to concentrate power into a grenade or use electricity and magnetism. Most fun superhero stories tend to be becoming stories. It is the journey from zero to the first time you truly feel like you have mastery over your power set. And that's what this game is. It is that journey for Cole. Along the way, he's pretty powerful, but he's still learning, and he certainly is learning more about the greater purpose of his powers along the way. So I feel like this is really a very complete experience, beginning to end of the narrative of, it starts literally at the moment of the blast. It literally starts there. When you push start on the game is the blast, like the instant of that. So we've taken almost a literal view of this. It should start at that instant, this critical moment, and it should take you to the point where you reach that understanding. I understand my powers. I understand how I got here. I understand what my mission is. It's that journey to becoming. So.